We take terrorism seriously. We condemn terrorism in all its forms, and we are actively engaged in combating it.
Wow, that's the president of Finland addressing Turkey's concerns about Sweden and Finland joining NATO. Turkish leadership accusing them of harboring terrorists and blocking an early vote on their membership. Now, their application would expand Europe's security landscape in the wake of Russia's invasion of Ukraine. But really upsetting Russia, author of the new book, The Power of Crisis, How Three Threats and Our Response Will Change the World. The president of the Eurasia Group, Ian Bremmer, is back. Ian, welcome.
Good to see you, man.
The significance of Turkey standing in the way of Finland and Sweden, what is it about?
Turkey has 70% inflation right now. Their economy is in free fall. Erdogan is much less popular than at any point in his presidency as a consequence of that. And this is an opportunity for them to queer the pitch of this massively important expansion of NATO, and they want to be paid off. That's all it's about. It's a negotiating feint. They see themselves as having good leverage. They will ultimately allow this to go through.
Ironic that Finland and Sweden get into NATO and Ukraine's doing all the fighting and they're not.
Well, first, a couple reasons for that, right? One is that Ukraine has been occupied physically by Russian forces since 2014. Now, if you enter NATO, the collective security clause means that the NATO allies have to defend you. Have to defend you. So, number one, that was never a possibility. And number two, I mean, as much as we love the Ukrainians, and everyone now does because of the courageousness they're showing on the battlefield, their institutions are weak. There's been a lot of corruption. I mean, they were not set up to be Finland or Sweden before February 24th. And even with the European Union, you have the German chancellor saying, yes, we'd like the Ukraine in the European Union, but we're not going to put them ahead of the queue of some of these countries in the Western Balkans that have been setting up.
Although we're in awe of what they've achieved so far.
We are in awe of what they've achieved in the battlefield. Absolutely, yes.
The book is, I love your book because I like learning stuff, getting new depth on international relations, what like only you can do when I'm interviewing you, but you put it down in the printed word in The Power of Crisis. And one thing you bring up is China and what they bring to the table and what they don't. And you said, hey, U.S., look out for this Belt and Road program. You want to be the most influential country in the world. So does China. Belt and Road program says to countries, I'll build your infrastructure, I'll give you a loan, and if you don't pay me back, we'll handle it when it happens. So far, some of these developing countries aren't liking the deal they got from China, but they do have the influence of China.
You know, sometimes it takes a crisis. I write about this in my book. You remember in the Cold War, it was the Sputnik moment that got the Americans to invest in the space race, eventually got us to the moon, right? In the year of my birth, 1969. The fact is that the Chinese are the ones that have been investing massively through Belt and Road, digital Belt and Road, renewable energy in a way, and the Americans have been forgetting about it. And suddenly we look around the world and we say, wow, China's the biggest trade partner of all these countries everywhere. We have to do something. We have to be engaged. Otherwise, it's going to be China's game. They invest massively in solar and nuclear and wind and electric vehicles. If we don't do that ourselves, where's the United States going to be?
What's it going to take to have our wake-up moment? What's going to wake us up to this Sputnik challenge?
I think the fact that China is very soon going to be the largest economy in the world, the fact that so many countries that are politically oriented towards the U.S., just in the Western Hemisphere, all the South American economies that, like the United States, friends like Colombia and Brazil, Chile, who's their largest trading partner? China. That's absolutely a wake-up call, and clearly it's one of the very few issues that you can get Republicans and Democrats in the House and Senate to agree on those sorts of investments.
And real leadership would explain it to the American people because we love the competition and the challenge. Ian Bremmer, you did it in The Power of Crisis. You want to explain quickly for Memorial Day? You want to be ready to go? Go grab this book right now.
Great with a beer, great with a hot dog.
Or wine.
Also, if that's what you like, Brian.
Test it for yourself and write Ian directly. Thanks so much, Ian. Great job. Congratulations.
Thanks, man.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.